What up, YouTube? You already know what it is. This is your boy Kidizzle Cali, and wow, UCLA, and they're gonna have another phenomenal season this upcoming year, and this is like for sure gonna be the best team they've had since the year they had Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook, Darren Collison, Luke Mbawabute. But the only thing as of right now is the NCAA is currently investigating the eligibility of three of their blue-collar freshmen, Shabazz Muhammad, Kyle Anderson, and Tony Parker. Well, the reason why is because at first there has been rumors that Shabazz Muhammad was receiving benefits from Adidas, like they were paying him while he was in high school. Which, like I said, the NCAA is currently investigating that, and that's also believed to be part of why Shabazz Muhammad chose UCLA over Kentucky, was because UCLA is sponsored by Adidas and Kentucky is sponsored by Nike. That's a huge part of why they're investigating it. And, well, that also led them to also investigate the eligibility of Kyle Anderson, Tony Parker. I'd really doubt that any of them will be suspended for the entire season. I'd say the worst case scenario probably is like one of them will end up getting suspended for like 10 games. The worst case scenario, but like I said, I doubt anything too bad's gonna happen. But I tell you what. Well, okay, yeah, my favorite team is Kentucky, but Shabazz Muhammad, man, this guy just really got me to wanting to follow UCLA. This guy, just the phenom. Well, the first time I ever watched Shabazz Muhammad play, it was before his junior season. I was watching the Boost Elite 24 Classic when he played like with James McAdoo and Austin Rivers. Yeah, but that from the first time I watched him, I was like, man, this guy's probably the best guy playing in this game, and he's a junior playing with seniors. But I kept on following him. I watched him play in the McDonald's All-American game, the Nike Hoop Summit. He scored 37 points that game. He broke the all-time Nike Hoop Summit record. And Shabazz Muhammad, as far as like his comparison, I'd say he's kind of in the middle, like between Kobe Bryant and James Harden. He is a lot similar to James Harden, except he's also a lefty, slashing shooting guard. But he's gonna be way better than James Harden once he makes it to the NBA. I can guarantee you that. He can shoot. He can get to the basket. He has a high IQ. There's not every year. Okay, there's like somebody as good as Anthony Davis as an incoming freshman, or like a Harrison Barnes. But nah, there's not a Shabazz Muhammad every year. But UCLA, they have a loaded roster this year. Well, who else do they have? They have Kyle Anderson. Mr. Slow-Mo is his nickname. He's like a poor man's Magic Johnson to me. He's 6'9". He can play pretty much any position but the center. He has handles. He's just a very fun to watch player. He even though he's a native of New Jersey, he chose to play at UCLA, which is obviously quite a long ways from home for him. And who else does UCLA have? Well, Larry Drew. He's the transfer from North Carolina, going to be a fifth-year senior. He was North Carolina's starting point guard until Kendall Marshall took his starting spot, which was the reason why he transferred from North Carolina to UCLA. The Ware brothers, they're going to be redshirt juniors. They're also transfers from North Carolina, former McDonald's All-Americans, class of 2009. And Tyler Lamb, going to be a sophomore, great three-point shooter. Same thing with Norman Powell, but he probably won't start either. Josh Smith, this Seattle boy, he's a beast down low. I tell you that, and he could probably be a first-round pick in the NBA draft as of this next season, this upcoming draft. And Tony Parker, well, Tony Parker to me, he was a highly ranked prospect coming out of high school, incoming freshman, but he just didn't look very good to me. in the McDonald's All-American game and the Nike Hoop Summit. And there's no way he could start over the Ware brothers and Josh Smith, but he'll just come off the bench for this season. Anybody else? Yeah, well, and the Jordan Adams, Oak Hill Academy player, another freshman for them. But yeah, they have such a loaded roster, and only 5 people can start. But man, if I was the coach for UCLA, that would be a pretty tough one. But I'd start Larry Drew at the point guard, because it's already been said that he will start the point guard. Shabazz Muhammad at the shooting guard. Kyle Anderson, Travis Ware, and Josh Smith. Yeah, I'd start those 5, but it could change throughout the season. But UCLA, they beat out Kentucky for the top recruiting class, and yeah, Kentucky's still my team, but I'm really gonna like UCLA also. And the Pac-12, it's come back because in last season, not a lot of the top recruits chose Pac-12 schools, but this year they really did, and it's gonna be fun to watch. Like when they play against Arizona, a team with Solomon Hill, Caleb Tarzewski, Grant Jarrett, Brandon Ashley, and Nick Johnson. That's probably going to be the Pac-12 matchup of this year. Yeah, but that's all I got to say, folks. UCLA Bruins about to come at us with another phenomenal season. Q-Dizzle Cali, I'm out.